Okay. Well, I guess Twitch is trying to tell me that it's time to end the stream then. It's not sticking up. I just wanted to see real quick what Tigger's new armor set is. So I now have Death in the high rank. That's actually pretty good there. And Nergigante, oh, let's try this. That's Tigger's Nergigante armor. That's kind of mean looking. Pretty good though. Yeah. Tiggergante. Cool. What about the Devil Joe stuff? Looks like some kind of Power Rangers thing. I could make him a little Grim Reaper. Fun. Well, it looks like I could actually make this. I got Carapace and Regrowth, so I could actually give him both of these things. This, though... What's he currently got? 34 Blunt Armor. 260 Dragon Armor might be pretty good. High Elder Seal. Plus... Wow, so between the two of these, that would be pretty good. Well, anyway. Yeah. Cool, so we've unlocked a bunch of fun new stuff. Thing is, I just, you know, now, for me, that kind of limits what I can do with the people, talking to the people. Because now, I'm going to come across the guys that I'm going to need to complete the quest. Let's see if we can't do this real quick. Before the stream completely craps out on me. Excitable A-lister. Fatty tomatoes. Lava nugget. Okay, well that's not him. Field team leader. Okay, well that's you.
Yo.
We split up the hunters in the 4th and 5th to make search for the Elder Dragon go faster. Okay.
Keep it together, okay?
So then
I think we have enough data on the ancient forest now. Want to report to the ecological research team?
Sure. Hold on a minute.
It's time. All right.
Okay, that's that one.
We have enough data on the Wildspire waste now. Let's go report to ecological research.
Sure. Okay, let's do that real quick. Third Fleet. That's the lady in the airship, right? I want to get these knocked out real quick so I can do this without... Dragon's name is Kushala Daora. Tempest of the Wind.
Still in one piece, then?
Teostra. Emperor of Flame, and the Peerless One. Okay, so I have to go back and talk to them again. I'm pretty sure the Third Fleet Master is up there.
All right.
It's in the Elder's Recess. If you've left the Ancient Forest... Oh, it's left the Ancient Forest, okay.
Be careful.
Whoa, partner! That was a Kushala Daora! Didn't expect to see one in the New World, too.
Okay.
What?
Tailstra.
It's time.
A Teostra? Going after it will definitely put all of your skills to the test. I think you'll be okay with a full belly.
You got another thing for me there. Let's go to research base real quick. Just want to free up my options. So it doesn't look like I'll be fighting the monsters until I actually have to, Oh, hello? The tracker.
We meet again. Now that I think about it...
I came along. Yet another quest. Third Fleet Master. It's just there and told me all about it. Okay.
Do well.
I apparently have not done that. Okay, so maybe I was touching on this earlier, but when I was out and about, right, there were those blue tracks on the ground, and I've found a lot of them. Apparently so much so that, you know, I was able to complete the quests already. Clearly I have not found enough in the Rotten Vale to do so for that one. But I was wondering about that because I was collecting them and it was building up a meter, but it never told me what they were for. So I was always kind of worried that it was collecting them and not counting. Apparently that is not the case. Apparently it is. Are you back again?
Oh, yes.
The tingling taste? Sure. Demonic. Go to the canteen to have a look when you have some time. Okay. Ooh. Demon Tater Brew. Cool. Gotta talk to all these people. I never come over here. Job, huh? Thundersack. I can already do it. Okay, so it looks like I have to go all the way back. Why am I talking to you?
Whoa!
Ushala Daora. Okay, well I don't want to do that just yet. Let's go back real quick, get this stupid thing checked in. Not training area, trade yard. But okay. Oh, criminy! Where's there so many exclamation points?
Full steam ahead!
A new delivery of a Puke Puke sack. Okay, well I can do a lot of those now. Come on, come on, come on.
Full steam ahead!
Oh, another one. An Uragan scoot, whatever that is. Come on, come on. Okay, I managed to get one of those. Complete the deliveries here. Got that one. Prismatic paprika. Sure. Master's toast. Okay. So I need more stuff. An Uragan. I don't think I've fought one of those yet. Capture Elder Dragon Culling. Sure. Take on a few more of those. So I did mention that I had killed a couple Kirin, which are Elder Dragons. They are surprisingly easy for Elder Dragons. I don't know if I'm going to have more of those quests. Also, if we look here, I had to do one of these purple missions. So these are supposedly more powerful versions of those monsters. So I took on a Baroth. Not actually as difficult as you would think. It really comes down to just dodging out of the way. Surprisingly. And the thing is, I'm at a point where I don't know if it is because of my gear or if it is just because of what's going on. So, yeah, kind of. Because if we look at my gear, I've actually got quite powerful items going on. So, like, my 315 attack and my 330 attack largely comes from my abilities. Like my blast attack, I've got 3 blast attacks. So, you know, I'm doing significantly more because I think on its own it's like 260 or something like that for attack and 200 for the element. So, like, I'm not sure if it's just the combos that I'm using that are giving me such an advantage. Or if the monsters that I'm fighting now, because I go up in rank, just aren't as powerful as I thought before. You know, like putting the Nergigante into a limp, for example, during that fight, seemed like it was going a lot faster than I expected it to. And I don't know, maybe I'm just giving it a whack often enough that it's building up, but it's, you know, I see my attacks doing like 20 damage, 30 damage at most of the time. You know, criticals are only doing like 50 to 60 damage. And so I guess I just don't feel like I'm strong enough. And maybe there's like a perception thing where it's like a giant monster you wouldn't expect to be wiped out so easily. But, you know, especially for like the Kirin, I'll have to do a Kirin fight at some point. Maybe that'll come up in the storyline. But it's kind of acts like a horse. It just runs around and kicks a lot, and then it shoots lightning in a pattern. It's actually a pretty cool boss fight, but it's an Elder Dragon, and yet I can beat it about as easily as any of the other normal monsters as I always fight. So, you know, I don't know if my armor setup is good for what I need it to be, or if it really just doesn't matter. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure how much I want to go into like the elemental combos and stuff and focus on that. It's I don't know. It's kind of disappointing, I guess I want to say, just because I feel like there's a lot of nuance to the game that should be a part of it that just ultimately isn't. Like, if you're able to just get underneath monsters and whack at their legs and dodge out of the way when they attack, then you can beat anything, regardless of what you're wearing. Which, you know, it just feels like for so many things that they've got in here, all these items that you can have and all the combos and whatnot, it just doesn't feel like it's as big a deal. And maybe it's largely also to do with the fact that I am fighting solo, and so maybe the game is giving me just a little bit of an advantage there? I don't know. I do not have any more max potions. I've only got the one. That's not good. I actually would like to have a couple of those. I'll have to get some. Anyway, I've been doing this for... Try the bikini with tigers. Yeah. You know, there've actually been... So I've got a setup now for that. There've been a couple missions where I've had to do that. And so now I've got specific armor sets to help out. And so my carry set for eggs and whatnot is just a combination of pretty much everything. It just looks... it's just a hodgepodge of all this weird stuff. I've got a tie on this thing for some reason, or an ascot. I'm not really sure what that is. But like with this, I've chosen it for stats, and the gauntlets give me carrying power. So when I did this once, I was basically able to outrun the monster that I had to run from just because I have constant stamina and just a little bit of a speed boost. But those missions were a little bit harrowing, just because the monster is breathing on your neck, just right there. But yeah, I don't know. I've got just a few things. Mostly the Kirin set is pretty good, because it actually has like a massive amount of thunder resistance, like 22 thunder resistance, plus resistance to my dragon damage. But that's not what I want. How do I see my skill? There we go. So this Kirin's Blessing is pretty good as a capture armor set, as well as just being an electrical set. But it's got a lot of various boosts that just kind of help out. And so it's actually, as far as like high rank armor, it's actually pretty nice to get, just because of how versatile it is. It does not, unfortunately, have enough defense damage for my liking, which is why I've kept this hunting set. Oh, so my search gear is pretty weird looking too. Like I've got these butterfly leggings and these glasses that help out, and I don't know. Like it reminds me of kind of a cyberpunky neuromancer kind of look to it. Hey, Stonewalker. Doing all right. Kind of came in at the end of the stream here, unfortunately. You missed all that. You missed all the stream going up and down. But yeah, so like I've got these weird armor sets that are very specific, but I keep going back to this one just because of the stat setup that it gives me. And so far, it seems to work. Seems to work pretty well. I am going to try and go for the Nergigante set, though. That looks pretty cool. Looks like it can give me a really good bonus. Specifically, the constant attack and get my health back ability. I like that a lot. I think that'll be very good. Yeah, the Anno 18 series, there's supposed to be another drop in the Season 3 DLC. I don't know when that's coming. I've kind of been off and on playing that game just a little bit on a secondary island, one that doesn't have NPCs or anything, just so I can build. It's kind of nice, but I don't know. I guess I've kind of reached a point where I find myself just constantly building and rebuilding, and it just kind of loses its fun. But I want to get back up to speed so that I can actually showcase the Season 3 DLC for that game. It seems like there's some stuff there that it just I never got to in the actual series. Okay, well, I'm soaked right now because I've forgotten how to drink, apparently. Elder Scrolls Online. Valhalla, is that the Assassin's Creed one? Is that what you're talking about? Speaking of Assassin's Creed, I was thinking of doing another series for that. because I have two, and all the extra, like the Brotherhood and Revelations. Because I am victim to a good deal on any game store. So Ubisoft will constantly put sales on their Assassin's Creed games. Yeah, so I've got, because of the sales, and actually there was one time, I think it was at the very beginning of the pandemic, they were giving away a lot of games, and I think I got one of them from that. I either got Assassin's Creed 4 or I got Odyssey. I can't remember. One of them I got for free though, which is pretty cool. So, and did I mention? I mentioned that I was contacted by Ubisoft for the Anno third season DLC, right? I think I did. And so I'm on a mailing list for them now, which means that maybe that will include other games besides the Anno games. So that'd be cool if I was able to get stuff like that in the future. Well, I might have mentioned that when I was doing the Anno 1800 series. I think I talked about it at the very beginning of when I was starting to do the Season 3 content. But yeah, so I don't know that I'm necessarily a partner with them, but I'm definitely on a mailing list with them now, which is good. So I don't know what that means for me though. Like, I don't know if that sort of thing means that I can contact them and say, hey, you guys just released this game, I'd be interested in reviewing it, or if that takes a little bit too much, because I know some of them do that, but I'm not really a big YouTuber, so I don't know if they would do that. But it'd be interesting anyway, whatever their new Anno series is going to be, if there is one. I got Anno 1701 for free too, I think. Yeah, so that's one that I haven't played yet, but I could do that if I ever feel like getting back into more city building stuff. And then there was a game, I can't remember what it's called. It's a space shooter game, and they released it on the Switch as well, and you could get like these little models like the Star Fox R-Wing and whatnot, and you could, I guess, put parts into the game and make your own customized starfighter or whatever. I can't remember the name of it. It's something Link. I can't remember. Anyway, yeah, so I got 2 or 3 games from Ubisoft for free at the beginning of the pandemic when they were doing those sales things, so I just haven't done those in a while. I also, a couple years ago, during one of the sales, I bought Far Cry Primal. Yeah, not Primeval. Primal. It's like the caveman version of Far Cry. That looked fun. I've never done the Far Cry games before, but so the problem that I've got with the YouTube channel right now is that I've got so many games spread over different platforms. Like, I've got my Steam library, obviously, but then I've got GOG.com as well. I've got like almost 100 games there, and they do have me on a mailing list. So every now and then I do get free games from them, which is where a lot of those came from. But then I've also got like the Ubisoft store. So, I mean, at some point, I'm either just going to have to put out so many games that people won't be able to watch it all, or I'm just going to have to admit that I will have games that will never be played. So I don't know. I would like to spread out though. Right now, what I'm doing with the Suzerain, it's an interesting game, but I've been playing it long enough now that I'm kind of losing steam on it. So I'm trying to push through that one to get it done, and I just haven't come up with an idea yet on what I want to do for the next series. if I want to do more city building or if I want to try branching out into something else. Because I've also got Cities XL, well, Double XL. It's the revamped version of that, which is one of the few games, city building games, I think that I haven't covered yet, is the Cities XL stuff. But I don't know. I think I'm just suffering from a lot of burnout in general for games. Even the stream stuff. I've been spending a lot of time off and on doing Monster Hunter, but just because it's kind of a mindless thing where I can be like, well, I'm gonna go hunt this for a little bit, you know? Like, just spend some hours doing that. Yeah, see, that's something I thought about too, was extending the stream days. Or probably stream nights. Like, this one seems to have worked out pretty well. And I feel like if I did streaming during the week, it would be a schedule that would vary for people, whether they could watch it or not. But I'm also thinking that maybe I just have to do that. Yes, I know. Myst is... and then there's still 2 other Myst games. So, I don't know, like, I'm kind of thinking of just doing some of the games that I don't really feel like I want to do as a series, or as, like, the Saturday stream, official Saturday stream, and just kind of do, you know, one-off whenever I feel like it streams for some of the other games. Like, I've got role-playing games that I've wanted to do, and role-playing games just don't really do well on my channel. But, like, I've got a bunch of Might and Magic games and Wizardry games, which are pretty old school. And I feel like, you know, I could do those just whenever, because, you know, they're not really games that anyone has to pay attention to, so if someone wanted to join in on the stream just to have it on in the background or whatever, they could. But at the same time, I could just have it on YouTube as just an hour-long video or something, again, for people to just have on the background. I don't know. Role-playing games are hard because there's a lot of grinding, and there's not a lot of interest in that. Shadow of War, what is that? Is that an MMO? Oh, nice. Doodle Champion Island Games, interesting. Action role playing, oh, open world, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know. I feel like I need to do something different again, because this has been going on for a while, and I feel like there's a little bit of lack of interest in some of the stuff that I've been doing lately. People seem to be enjoying the suzerain stuff, but I'm kind of burnt out on the decision-making games too. Been doing that for a while. Oh, I don't know. Yeah. Well, I'll have to... Yeah. Yeah, I know. That's kind of where the trap is right now, too. Well, yes. Yeah, yeah, I could do Fall Guys. I don't know. I don't want to fall into the trap of doing all the mainstream stuff, mostly because the mainstream stuff doesn't really interest me, but I don't know. Well, listen, like, some of those decisions actually apparently make a difference. And like the other part of that is that I have to second guess, why would the developers make those two different choices? Because, on the face of it, you'd think that they do the same thing, but apparently not, right? It is a very bad game for me, though, just because of that, just because of the second guessing. Drop Dead Red. I'm not familiar with that game. Oh, Red Dead Redemption, yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I like open world games, but at the same time, they are just very easy to get lost in. Like, that's why I put, 800 plus hours into Conan Exiles, because when you set your own goals, you just kind of go over the same thing again and again. And I feel like with that game in particular, it's very easy to get lost in side quests, which is probably one of the main reasons I have not done Skyrim, like when everyone else was doing it. Okay, well, it's unfortunate that now that things have calmed down, the stream is stable. I'm sorry for whatever was going on there earlier. Binding of Isaac. Yeah. Well, so, like, I have this thing where almost every year, for whatever reason, I get the itch to watch Deceased Crab's series on La Mulana, which is a Metroidvania kind of game. It's actually pretty cool, but like if I wanted to do a frustrating series of games, there's a bunch that I could do that would probably never ever happen again. Just like one-shot games that I would just do. I guess I could do that, like do a angry stream or something like that, and every week do a different game that is nothing but frustration. You know what? La Mulana is like 10 times worse than Hollow Knight for me. Even Spelunky. Like, I think it's worse than Spelunky as far as what can go wrong and kill you. And especially because the puzzles in that game are just completely obscure. Yeah, exactly. Backseat gaming. The backseat gaming stream. Some people do that, though. Some people do streams like that. Yeah. So, speaking of Spelunky and Binding of Isaac, there's a YouTube. Well, I guess he does YouTube, but he's mostly streamer now who puts his stuff on YouTube. Northern Lion, and he, like, his entire channel is pretty much dedicated to those two games. He does other stuff every now and then, but like I've watched him play Spelunky and Spelunky 2, and by the end of those series, like, the stuff that he can do, the reaction he's got is just incredible. Like, holy crap. I don't have enough patience for that kind of thing. Yeah, you know, Binding of Isaac, I guess part of me just has a natural aversion to some games that are like that, where you finish the game and then it's like, well, you can go back now to get all this other stuff, which then unlocks the next, you know, like New Game Plus stuff. Like I never knew New Game Plus anything. Which is kind of what worried me about Monster Hunter here, because I started seeing us go towards the end game, and in reality it's like mid-game, because these three new monsters that I've just unlocked, and you kind of get a little bit of a sneak peek at it if you look at the board here. The optional quests? Oh boy, what's that? What's that mean? Oh, okay, that's that quest. Right, I should probably do that. Get some more stuff. But if you go to like this later level stuff, okay, not that one. This one. Where is it? Investigations? Events. I think it's in events. Yeah. So, like, if you look at the event stuff, it kind of spoils some of the monsters, like the Behemoth and the Ancient Leshen and all these stuff. Like, there's still a ton of endgame monsters. All of these things. The Teostra, the Nergigante, the Lunastra. The Volhazak. The Xenojiva. Like, we're not even near the end of this game. VR might be fun with Skyrim. I've never done the VR stuff. I mean, the modern VR stuff. The last time I did anything virtual reality was like in the late 80s, early 90s, when you had this huge helmet that you put on. And they would have it at like the state fairs and whatnot. Virtual reality kind of went and then came back. But I haven't done any of the new Oculus stuff or anything like that. Yeah. And I guess you can do that too. I wonder if my recording software... I know that my recording software has an app that I can do to my phone so that I could actually record and stream like mobile apps if I wanted to. I wonder if it's also got a plugin for virtual reality. Because otherwise I don't know how you record that stuff. But, you know, I'd also have to actually buy the equipment and all that stuff, and that's not in the cards right now. Yeah, so I did mention, it looks like it's going to take at least one more streaming session to finish Myst 4, but I did mention that I had wanted to kind of pull away from the Myst games and whatnot, and do something else for a little bit. So, no, this is the same one from, what, 3 years ago when I built that one? Yeah. So we'll have to think of what I want to do on the stream next, because obviously Monster Hunter is going to take a while, but I don't know that I necessarily just want to focus only on Monster Hunter. Yeah, no, this computer is actually still working pretty well for me. It has started to make noise, which is unfortunate, and it seems like the GPU starts to overheat a little bit. So I don't know what's going on there. Could just be because it's summer too. You know, I mean, the thing about Monster Hunter is that, like I said, there's still those half a dozen other monsters to fight that are in all of this stuff, but then that's just in the main game. because there's still the expansion too, and that adds who knows how many more monsters. So, like, I could literally keep playing Monster Hunter for the rest of the year, probably. Which, I mean, I'm having fun with it, but I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, how much of that do you guys want to watch? Especially if it's only once a week, you know? Because really, there's... Let's look at this. Events. Go back to the end. So there's... So I've killed the Devil Joe. I have yet to kill a Basil Juice, so that's one monster. The Xenojiva, that's 2. What is that? The Lunastra, that's 3. The Kushala, that's 4. Teostra's 5. I've killed one of those, but not on screen, so let's call that 6. The Vol is 7. Yeah, so like there's 7 major monsters I have yet to kill in the stream. And yeah, and then there's the new one. The new frozen whatever. So I mean, yeah, like there's tons and tons and tons of missions yet to do for this. At the same time, I think like I would probably keep playing it, but you know, like I said, I don't want it to become the focus of the stream. Just doing this, so unless I did stream more often, in which case there'd be one day for Monster Hunter and another day for something else, and so on. But like I said, or like I've been constantly saying, I don't know if I would ever want to dedicate that much time. Unless it was just an unscheduled, whenever I feel like it kind of stream, you know, which I can do, but I don't know. I don't know. Minutes. Okay. Yeah, I can turn that on. Switch over that. Because I think it is probably time to end the stream. It's getting a little late, so... Sorry about the technical difficulties earlier on. That was unfortunate. I am actually looking into getting my own separate internet service. So, that might be a week, 2 weeks. I don't know how long it takes them to put that in. I think the last time in my previous apartment it took them 2, almost 3 weeks. But it should be, if not better speed, at least the same speed. You know, because they always advertise the speed and then what you actually get is like half of that. But yeah, so if I can get that installed, that might prevent a lot of the issues that are going on, hopefully. So... Otherwise, we'll just have to maybe tone down the settings and play with that again. I don't know. It seems okay when it starts, but it's when we get past the halfway point that it seems to slow down. And I'm not sure if it's just this game or what. You know? Yeah. So, we'll have that to hopefully look forward to. But I bring that up because there might be a gap. Like if I have to get that installed separately, I might not be able to stream. I mean, I'd still have access, I guess, but... so anyway, I'll let you know if that's going to affect the streaming day or whatever. I don't know that it is gigabyte, no. I don't think it's that fast. It might be, but I don't think... The speeds, the download speeds and the upload speeds have definitely not been that fast. But I don't know if the building overall does, if you know what I mean. I probably will not be buying gigabit Ethernet, unfortunately. That is rather expensive around here. But I'll try and get something that will be good for streaming, anyhow. Yeah, so anyway, I'm going to end the stream now. So thanks for coming and watching and struggling through Myst once again. Hopefully Speeds are still on Discord. Okay. And there's the stream. Trying to bug out again. So, anyway, yeah. So, I will end this one here. Have a good whatever, and we'll see you all next week again, hopefully. Oh, so long.